I ordered ahead of time, and I had to wait in the line, the drive-through line, and they warned me.
But you should just have to go in and pick it up.
Well, you gotta walk up to the drive-through line, and what's the, you know. So that took forever. It was probably ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should just like.
So just grab a box. Are they all the same?
Yeah.
There's small boxes and big boxes. So
The
if
big
you want
boxes
4
have
pieces
four.
of chicken, and the big boxes have the slaw. So I don't know if Andy didn't want the slaw, so I got her a, yeah. So
Can I
there's
have
extra
slaw?
boxes. What's
Dad,
that?
can I have a slaw from someone's box?
Oh, see, you got the small box then. Yeah.
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 Grandma.
Here, take slaw. Lily, you want slaw? No, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's why she got it. That's why
Ew. Oh, his phone at like 11:30. Are you serious?
You've been here about 15 minutes.
There's extra everything.
Good.
I think I showed up right at time.
Yeah, you did.
Right on time for King.
You gotta watch. Jimmy, that's
Sorry, Sophie gave me hers.
a little tiny water. Will last for like chicken fingers.
That's so far away. I'm with the kids.
I can't sit in the middle of the. Oh. That was so next to Addie.
Yeah, we don't do that. She smells.
Addie gets the flowers.
Mmm. I know. Favorite.
Oh, I got slaw too. Emma, do you still need slaw?
Nope. Why does anybody like the slaw?
I like the slaw.
Well, I usually trade it for an extra bread.
No.
You can do that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basically all the same.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's broke. I'm not good.
I love their fries.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I love the bread.
I like Chick-fil-A bread better.
You never had Chick-fil-A bread.
What kind of bread do they give
Chick-fil-A
you?
nuggets? Yes, you have.
Oh, you said bread.
Oh, I meant nuggets. Like the bread and nuggets. Chick-fil-A doesn't give you bread.
That'd be kind of cool if they did, though.
I was gonna say, huh?
I thought you meant the bread and nuggets. The chicken. I like Chick-fil-A chicken. Are you ever gonna try Chick-fil-A, you think?
I'm gonna have a piece of
You've
I was on
I've
down
never had
11.
Chick-fil-A.
Before I tried out.
Not allowed.
Why?
It's
Nick,
made in
you don't
peanut oil.
Oh. Lily, grab me another water, please.
I'm good.
I'm having a really bad day, but I'll try it out.
Danny.
Oh.
Here's an extra box. They might want more chicken.
Oh boy. I should maybe eat the snack.
Benjamin, you can't eat coleslaw or don't want it, or
I can.
Here's a
you
walnut.
want
I had
some?
salad last night, so
Oh, you got
it
some.
might be covered.
Only salad one night of the week.
Well, 2 nights in a row is insane.
water?
In the fridge or garage. What is on your plate? Hummus?
Hummus.
What are you eating it with?
That's the type of food they give you when like you break your neck.
What are you eating with, Dad?
Hummus.
No, what are you eating it with? Just hummus?
I may have a piece of toast. And I may
Oh,
have
you
a
want to eat
piece
that,
of
Anna, your daughter? I'll
Oh,
eat
you're
it here.
fine. Fine, Mom. Sit.
I forgot I was his daughter yesterday.
Sit. Sit.
Wait,
Wait.
I have to get my cushion first.
Emma's 16th birthday party.
Yeah.
What are we gonna sing?
Oh, we ate and then said.
We'll do that over the cake.
Another cake? I've had cake like.
Yeah, I've had cake
So
every
much.
single day this like past break thing.
Well, we have birthdays
Really?
in November.
Well, my mom's birthday and then
She eats my mom's birthday cake like every day. Like 2 pieces a day.
Don't put on the
that.
pounds.
She eat the cake and like the Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its on the side.
Yeah, Oreos too. Never
Mm.
mind about those.
This was so good.
Thanks, Uncle
I haven't
Donnie.
had.
Thank you, Daddy.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you.
Thank you.
I haven't
welcome.
had canes in so long.
Same.
I had it at Sophie's 16th birthday. Oh, well, yeah.
That was a
That was in
while ago.
August.
That's the last time I've had it.
A week.
The closest
Jimmy's
one
on
is
his
in
way
Oakland.
home. I don't know where he is.
Who's close to me?
I think he's probably home.
Did the one boy the only one that got a deer?
Oliver.
Poor dad.
Yeah, you know what? It's being out there in the woods, it was great weather. That's,
That's what
You
he
know.
likes.
Did
He
he
likes
almost
it.
get a deer?
He loves the
for
farm.
Jimmy. I think he saw a couple small ones last weekend, but
But
he
he didn't
loves,
want to shoot them.
yeah, he loves being out. I mean, it's just being with friends and family, his brother's down there. I mean, it's just, what a great
I
time.
thought he backed out.
Oliver got a deer, Addy.
So,
Which one's Oliver?
When is that horse gonna have the baby?
Yeah.
I think January, somebody said.
It keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah.
Pushed up. Pushed back.
Yeah, it's gonna snow
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh.
100% chance.
What?
It's gonna snow tomorrow.
Yeah, but the ground is so warm.
Yeah, it won't
Oh,
last.
It won't stick.
Ready? Oh, no.
You didn't even know what I was
You're
saying.
gonna ask to wear something.
Daddy, more chicken.
How'd you know?
You know what you're gonna say?
Sophie, could you pass me a napkin, please?
Oh, you guys are going back to school.
I don't want to go back.
Tomorrow you go back to in class?
Yes, I don't want
I've
to.
been
It
in
goes back
class.
to 6 periods a day.
We never
No,
got.
that's
in
in
January.
January.
We never got.
You guys
No,
gonna
it's
be
not.
home?
What?
You
The
stay at
junior
home?
high never got
Online?
quarantined. I'm okay.
Mm-mm.
It's their bread, Lily. After we celebrate.
Oh, you got a whole pan of bread?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
look at all this, man.
Wow.
They're
Oh my God.
It's heavy, man.
They're 50 cents of bread.
Dollar.
Dollar
Dollar
bread? No.
bread?
What's a special birthday? It's not just ordinary one. 16 is.
That's right.
Why is 16
Yeah,
so
what the
special?
heck?
Did you can drive?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
That's pretty cool.
That's a big
Double
deal.
digits.
It's a big
10 responsibility that you
That's a big deal.
don't get a sweet 10.
So what car you're driving out there?
Tesla?
Driving a Tesla?
Are you?
Yeah.
You traded in the
for a
Ford.
spin.
Yeah.
He took you for a spin?
No.
You, wait, it's your Tesla?
This is Daddy's.
Oh.
I was making record time. Then a cop car got on the highway. So like all of us fast cars, like I had to like stay behind him.
Oh
It was
yeah.
like just a wall of all the people waiting for him to get off.
It was a pacing car on 275.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
was a pacing car.
He got like right before me, so it was
When they
perfect.
have car races, they have a car in front that's a pacer.
He set the pace.
Then you know Brent Spence Bridge is closed. If you come from
Never heard of
Ryland to go across
What bridge is that?
it's the main one on 75. Comes into
Oh, 71,
Why
75.
is it closed?
comes into
Oh, you know what? Somebody was telling me that yesterday. I never used that one, so. But I heard it like makes everything else terrible.
Communion bread.
when
Like,
you
471 was really
Huh.
packed.
But why is it closed?
there are two semis
You really can reach
and
that.
right and
And
they
you
burned
Really
out.
reach all the way to the pan.
Damaged the bridge.
They crashed on the bridge, and the bridge is 2 layers. And they crashed on the bottom layer, so the heat damaged and buckled the
They
concrete.
should
So
have like just picked it up and tossed it in the water
well,
or something.
We need a new bridge bad.
they so the heat caused problems, and so they're replacing the girders and some
Probably an old
concrete.
bridge.
How long is that gonna take?
Everything's out of code.
They promise it'll be open the 23rd of December.
Huh?
That's what they
They're
promised.
working 24/7 on
They've
it.
got the parts are en route. They were made in some part of Kentucky. They're being shipped to the site.
Wait, it's the entire bridge, like.
No, just a big section of it.
What bridge?
But all of it's shut off.
What's that?
It's all shut down.
Both sides, both directions, both layers are shut down. It's a mess, but it's one of those rare things that happen. 2 trucks collided and
Big,
the
big
heat-
trucks or?
big semis. The heat, nobody
Oh.
died luckily, but the heat caused all this damage. So
Golly gee.
And
it's been a big deal.
weren't there other vehicles on the bridge when it happened? They had to get them all off. Can you imagine what job that was?
How to add an hour to your commute?
Yeah.
Well, I think it happened at nighttime, didn't it? I
don't know.
remember what time of day it was.
Well, that'd be better.
Yeah.
We have a lot of chicken to eat.
Is there more sauce?
There's extra, so here, you can have this.
Never mind.
Guess we're
Yeah,
going for the
really
Caniac combo.
Yeah, you can have
I
mine.
don't like cane sauce.
No.
Here. You know
Yeah, there's more
I'm done.
sauce in there.
You didn't even eat your fries.
Well, I
I don't
tried
eat
eggplant
that fries.
parmesan last night.
I don't like the curly fries.
Eggplant's actually pretty good.
Ooh.
Good
Somebody
eggplant?
did
It
don't
tastes
know
like
when
chicken.
Where'd you eat that at?
Oh,
The graters.
Oh, you went to the party.
Yeah, but that
they have ice cream. They have an eggplant dish at Grader's.
At the
That
greatest
was the
house.
greatest house.
Oh.
Will's
Oh.
birthday.
It was like breaded and fried, and it tasted just like chicken.
See, vegetarian. So this was his birthday party with friends and family?
It was just the bosses they had down, and then some like parents of Ryland. There's only like me and one other friend that, like of Will's friends that were even there.
It was 21.
You get a lot of like nice wines. They're not wines, but like liquor bottles.
Oh my gosh.
I thought,
You're kidding
why
me.
push it?
Get him started early.
Yeah.
Well, it's not starting, but and that's a lot of rare bottles.
I mean, he got wine for his 21st birthday.
That wasn't
Bourbon,
wine.
food, bourbon.
Blah, blah, blah.
Go go.
I mean, did he actually get bourbon?
Yeah, you get actual bourbon.
Actual, and wine?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he got. He didn't open it in front of me. He
Oh, he
opened
didn't?
one in front of me, but
So people got him bourbon.
I mean, my mom was telling me to find something I could give him, but I don't know. I couldn't find anything special. It wouldn't top like these like hard to find like bottle from like 1800 or something. I don't know. Probably wasn't that old.
So you're saying go find him a bottle of bourbon that he might like?
I don't know what he was talking about.
Well, you would have got him like whatever you would like. He would like a gift card from Amazon or a.
No, but it's
Something
his
from-
21st, so apparently you're supposed to get him. Like, I don't know.
Alcohol.
Like it's
I've
on.
never heard that. You get him alcohol on the 21st.
I never even.
Well, it's when they're allowed to drink. So
Doesn't mean they should drink. You know, you're allowed to do anything. There's a lot of things. That doesn't mean you should do it. Anyway,
Like Zell works at a wine store, so we got wines that she picked out.
who works at a wine store?
His
You
aunt.
want that is. She didn't want her French fries.
Or maybe the wine was for the family. I guess.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're not getting any liquor from us for your 21st birthday. I hate to tell you this. You're not getting any bourbon from this side of the
He's
family.
gonna get you a Rubik's Cube.
For the,
No.
I'll get you an 8-way Rubik's Cube. That's what I got you guys
So
there.
have you seen that Snowden movie?
The what?
That
Snowden?
Ed Snowden movie?
No.
This kid who's been staying at my house the past 2 days. I come back home. He's still there, and he's watching this movie.
Why is it staying in your
This
house?
guy was stealing information using a Rubik's cube.
Huh?
He stored this like SD card inside of a Rubik's cube.
Did he? Oh, Snowden, the guy that stole all the data on from CIA?
Yeah.
He did it via Rubik's Cube?
He
was
put the
sneaking
SD card in the Rubik's
Man.
cube, like one of the center ones.
Yeah.
Put like a little hole in it, like a little like
So you'd have
opening.
to take it apart to see it.
Oh,
He threw it
My
to
mom
the
said
security
that my
guard
dad got home 5 minutes
as he was
ago
going
and
through
he's
security,
getting in the shower.
so it didn't get metal detected.
Oh
pretty
my
cool.
gosh, I didn't know that. Who stayed at your house?
Carson Loring,
Who's that?
somebody you don't know.
Was he your friend or is there?
Yeah. He's not some rando.
it's in Seven Hills, isn't it?
You acted like he was a
When are you
friend
gonna
of
get a
your
haircut?
parents or something.
December 1st.
December 1st.
Oh,
December 1st.
getting real long there,
He
Ben.
stayed at your house because he could have brought him tonight.
How long
He
did
said,
you?
he said,
You could have brought him tonight.
it's almost as long as Abby.
Oh,
Well, he left this morning.
No, mine's pretty long. It's getting longer.
Snowden, he's in prison, right?
You started.
No, he's in Moscow.
Oh,
He
he
has
ran away.
immunity in Moscow
Well,
until he does something there.
he's declared,
Bankruptcy.
declared what?
I jokingly said bankruptcy, but it
No, he's running from the U.S. government. There's a warrant issued for his arrest, and he's declaring political asylum in Moscow. That's what he's trying, and we're trying to extradite him. That's the latest on that. They'll get him eventually. He stole U.S. secrets. You know.
It's a
It's
true
a
story.
true story.
Actually, he worked for the company I used to work for, Booz Allen. Booz Allen had a contract with the CIA.
You work at the Booze?
It was called Booz Allen. B-O-O, not booze as in liquor booze, but B-O-Z. Booze is B-O-Z-E. But Booz Allen, Hamilton, is the company I worked for.
I'm gonna make you go play.
And he worked for them as a contractor, and he stole all the secrets. And the thing he did is he leaked who the spies were.
I gotta go lay down, man.
He disclosed a bunch of spies, which,
probably did a whole bunch of stuff.
well, I think that was the main thing.
I think all he did was just like copy and paste a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of files.
I gotta go lay down there.
Something that they weren't supposed to be doing.
Well, I can't be doing this right now.
My stomach is.
Waiting more to eat.
We had more chicken.
Oh my god.
Man, I'll save it for
Belly
tomorrow.
are full.
Uh-huh.
Sophie's still hungry. More chicken.
I had Thanksgiving, Emma's birthday, and then cake.
Well, I should go on a diet, shouldn't I? Later.
After Emma's birthday.
Then comes Addie's. I forgot to
Oh.
ask your mom what you're gonna do for Addie.
Ew.
She has no clue.
He just ate hummus with fries.
Hummus is my food.
You're strange.
Who is me?
Yep.
So when you work for the government, which I've worked for in secret programs, you have to do all this training. And they teach you to look out for people that ask you personal questions. They try to befriend you because these are usually spies. Yeah, I'll take another. So you go through all this training because, I mean, there's spies everywhere. There are foreign spies everywhere trying to get information from you.
You better watch out for them.
Yeah, now they're coming for you.
I mean, they teach us that if, like if you're out at a bar, people will come up to you. I mean, they will select people, and they will like send a pretty girl up to talk to you. And I mean, it happens.
I had some spies.
So we go through all this training. we go through all this training to watch for that, to look out for these people trying to befriend strangers trying to befriend you, and they'll like move in next door to you.
And you shoot them.
Russia will rent an apartment next door to you, and so they'll get to know you, and it'll take years. They'll spend years trying to get to know you. Then they'll ask you one day, "Hey, what about this program? Did you work on this?" And there's, "Oh, what do you know about it?" You know, that sort of thing. You know, and the biggest
That's when you kill them.
and one of the biggest things that when I graduated college, I went to Texas.
I got the whole thing going on.
They who was it trying to get into our plant, and they wore they put some sticky substance on the bottom of their shoes, and they took a tour of the plant, and they picked up the metal fragments of what the plane was being made of on the bottom of their shoes. So they had some process that if you're a visitor, you had to clean your shoes really well as you went in and went out, because they wanted to know what that plane was made of. It was an F-16 fighter jet. So,
What was it made out of?
well, I don't know, but it was made out of,
Titanium.
no, it was
Aluminum.
aluminum, but some aluminum composite type thing.
Titanium
I never worked on
dioxide
it.
coated something.
I mean, they wanted
Are you an
to-
engineer?
He's going to be an engineer.
Oh.
He's going to be an engineer. You're not an engineer until you get a degree.
They're all different kinds of
He's an
engineers.
engineering student. Anyway, but the spies are, so this Snowden guy stole a bunch of secrets and just gave it to the foreign government. I don't think he was being managed by anybody. He had some beef with the foreign government.
He was a whistleblower.
Well, I don't know
He was
what
leaking
for.
stuff that was illegal. He was leaking illegal stuff, activity
Is that what it
by the
was?
government. Yeah.
Like
It was,
the
it was
piece
some
of
mass
chicken?
surveillance
You want
of
it?
citizens.
No, but
Oh, that's right. Was that the 9/11? Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Which,
And he's like,
Too
yeah, that's
good,
probably
throw
not
away.
good.
well, here, let me tell you this story. I got another guy I used to work with. You know what he does?
No.
What does he do?
He
the
works for a
dishwasher's empty if you want to rinse your,
yeah.
Okay.
the
put them in
stove.
the dishwasher.
He works for a company in D.C. I gotta be careful because I'm putting this on YouTube. And
Yeah, you already said too much.
he goes out and
too much.
with a court order he goes out and puts devices on cell phone towers to record every conversation, every text, everything that goes from your phone to another
No
phone.
going back now. It's all on video.
Well, I mean, everybody should know that. I mean, but he can only do that with a court order. So he goes out and taps into the cell phone towers and will trace your phone. And they do that for espionage. They do that for tracking a spy.
So
or
you just
something.
told the spies you know their whole plan.
Well, they already know. I mean, that's why everything on your phone is public. The government can get anything
It's
on your
leaked
phone.
up.
What's that?
Lisa did it.
The government can get anything on your phone they want, and they do it with a court order, and they do it through the cell phone towers.
But they already do it probably.
And I don't think they do it unless you're under surveillance for something.
Yeah, but that whole thing was they were surveilling everyone all the time.
Well, they were looking. That was after 9/11, right? That was part of the 9/11 commission that ordered. No, that it was U.S. citizens that they suspected of.
My friend told me that more people die every day from COVID than 9/11. It's like every day or every hour, like a 9/11 happens. That's why.
Worldwide.
No, in the U.S. Isn't that terrible?
Let's see. It's been going on
So it's like
11 months.
like I don't know. Probably like did it at some point. Like the last month has probably been.
No, that can't be because it's 2,000 people died on 9/11. I think 2,900. Let's say 3,000, and then we're like 300 days into this COVID. So heck, 300 times 3,000. No, that'd be 9 million, right?
No, I mean like it was like the past couple of weeks. So it's the case have been probably higher recently.
I don't know. But also, see, we're getting into flu and cold season, so people go in with
No, like
bronchial problems. See, the problem with that data, this is why I call it a scam.
No, I just think it's sad about the 9/11 thing because it's like such a small amount of lives.
About like 5:30. I have to be back before 6:30.
Yeah. The thing about 9/11 is that how they did it. They infiltrated our airlines. That's what made that so damaging. And they took these innocent people that had absolutely nothing to do with the government, and they slaughtered these people. So that's what made. And
I saw that happen.
yeah, I know. I was at home. I saw it too.
Morgan has
I
a
didn't
good.
remember who was home, but
I was home too.
Morgan's
9
my
o'clock in the morning.
Should you be quarantined?
No, I
think it was a
saw that
Wednesday.
weeks ago.
So,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Oh,
But anyway,
So come on, fly.
this is good chicken. It must be buttermilk soaked or something. It's really.
it's just
How
so
do people
good.
eat more than 4 of these though?
Yeah, I know.
I'm eating all mine.
They offer like a 6 on the menu. I don't think I've ever gotten that. That's a lot.
I'm glad we got extra toast.
yeah, me too.
Even if the sun.
Yeah, but they train. If you work for the government, if you have a secret clearance or higher, they train you to look out for spies. We're trying to get knowledge, trying to get ahead of our research.
Insider trading.
Didn't you have Andy Lark? He worked for
Okay, so
Homeland Security.
a guy I went to grade school with,
Yeah.
my Andy Lauer, he worked for the FBI.
How
So,
do you not know that?
huh?
It's okay to know somebody works for the FBI.
What's that?
Wouldn't people target you then?
and targeted
Yeah.
him. He said the Russians were trying to get
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, but he was, you know what his job was for years?
Spies.
His job was to follow spies.
So spying on spies.
So all
That's spying.
all he did every day for a few years, they rotate assignments all he did was get up every morning and go track a spy.
That would be so fun.
If they went to I'd be boring as heck. If they went to a coffee shop, he would go to the same
think that would
coffee
be
shop
so
and
fun.
sit over there
That'd
and
be
read
so
a
fun.
paper
I
and
think
just
that would be
follow
so
them
fun.
for day
How
in
much did he
and
make?
day out.
Probably a bunch of money.
No, he didn't make a lot of money on that. I mean, you know, he made great money because he worked for the FBI, but he didn't make a
Money
didn't
is
make
money.
a lot of money. Didn't make as much as a doctor or engineer, but
Why would they spy on the spies when they can just kill the spies?
Yeah.
well, we don't
Spy.
just kill spy. You can't just kill people.
Nowadays.
You can't. They have to be an imminent threat.
You gotta take the safety off and you're good to go.
No, you can't just randomly kill people. Not in our democracy. You can't. It's against the international laws of.
That's why Russia does it with poison.
Well, right. They're violating international law. That's why there's sanctions against Russia. That's why they can't. They don't get everything they need for health and fuel and everything. You know, the world is coming down on Russia and has. They're being sanctioned by the world. What's considered the world police?
Geneva Convention.
That and the
With who?
World Health. No, it's the
UN?
the UN, the
Yeah.
United Nations. Russians are sanctioned by the United Nations for violating the international laws of you know, killing politicians and all that stuff. So,
They always have, haven't they?
but Andy was telling me that they would if you weren't home. He said they did this one time. This is the only one he ever told me about. He'd probably tell me more, but this one it took
How do you know you weren't a spy?
It took him like an hour. I grew up with a guy. I gotta be a spy. I'm like true blue American. I'm like this.
That's what a spy
They
would
just
say.
said they would move in next to you and it would take years for them to actually come
No,
after
but this is what he did. He was part of this operation one time. They would if a guy that they had a court order to go trace this guy, and they knew he went to bed. His family went to bed in the house. This was in Virginia.
That is creepy.
They stole his car. They came and stole his car, replaced it with an identical car, same color, make, model. Took his car back to a shop and put all kinds of sensors in it, all kinds of tracking devices in it, and then they put it back. So if you looked out his window at 4 o'clock in the morning, his car would still be there. If he heard something, look out my car. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. So they did that. That was one. He told me of another time. He said they would go into people's houses, court order. You have to have a court order. You can't do it randomly. They would go into people's houses when they weren't home. They'd say they were out to dinner. Somebody would be watching them at dinner. A team would go into the house and they'd put bugs. They put bugs in the house. And before anybody went in, and FBI went in, they would send somebody in with a camera and video to shoot everything so that if they put a bug, they knew that plant was sitting right there. That vase was sitting at the exact same. They looked at the photograph and made sure everything was perfect. They did that, and they still do that. I think that's fascinating. They would sneak into your house when you weren't there, put everything, so you wouldn't notice anything moved. They would take a picture of it to make sure that nothing moved.
That would be such a cool job.
Yeah.
Would have done
Nana,
it.
there can be a bug in here right now.
Could be.
Like,
I'll
but
have you
we're not against the government. We're not foreign military people.
Yeah, man, it is
You're not the head of Al Qaeda?
Nana is.
Nana.
No.
We're not partisan right wing organization. You know, we don't want to overthrow the government. We like our government. We love our government. You know. So anyway, so that's espionage, counter espionage is
I
what.
didn't know they had a rosary.
So you can get into that if you want. Man, they'd love to have engineers from Purdue. Oh my gosh, dude! If you want to get into it, if you like that sort of CSI type stuff,
I'm returning my
No.
toys.
Really?
Too
I now have
dangerous.
$106 to spend.
it's not dangerous.
Mm.
He'd be a behind the scenes type guy. Watch, they'll be coming. I had an offer from. I'm sorry, I didn't have it. I had a.
No.
He worked for the Snowden worked for the NSA,
Bill is really $20.
National Security Agency. That's the organization that does all the spying. NSA. You ever heard of that? NSA,
Yeah,
CIA. CIA has the spies. NSA is who he worked for, and they do all the espionage. They do all the behind-the-scenes data analysis. They're scooping up all your phone data. That's who he worked for. National Security. I had I interviewed with them when I was in college. They'll come looking for you if you want to do that type of work.
They're trying to spy on me.
No. You're a true blood American too, but they'll come hunting for you. They like top students at top schools. You watch.
Away.
Huh?
They're gonna spy on me.
Well, that's why in today. What's interesting about today is that all of your social media, they will scoop all that up and they will have a profile of you. I mean, they can get all that on. That's why when you see my Facebook post, you're not on Facebook, but you're on Instagram or what are you on? What social media platform are you on?
Snapchat.
Wouldn't you like to know spy?
Well, they're trust me, they know already. So I mean, and they can get that like that. So they scoop all that up. They put it in a big database at the NSA. That's what the NSA does, and then they filter on what groups you belong to, what your chats are, and if you're in some right wing organization wanting to overthrow the government, they know about you. Because we don't want people to overthrow the government. We're not stopping you. We're not stopping you from trying to overthrow the government, but we want to know about it. That's the thing. We can't stop you. We can't stop you from starting
They could try.
a right-wing organization that wants to overthrow the government. But matter of fact, when I got my last clearance, they asked me, "Are you part of any organization that wants to overthrow? Have you ever been part of an organization that wanted to overthrow the government?" And then I had to say no.
Why would anyone say yes to that?
Well, because they're going to
Like
find
in
out.
general.
Because if you were, you lied. You're going to lie. They already know. They just want to see if you lie. That's the thing. They're going to ask.
I say lie and find out what happens.
Yeah.
Well, you would never know. They would not get the clearance. They would just say rejected, and you would never know.
Well, if you said yes, then rejected. So you're screwed.
Yeah, you're screwed. So
Just hope they don't
'cause
find it.
they don't want you to lie. I mean, that's the thing.
What's Andy doing now? Is he retired?
Yeah,
He
retired.
got out of the FBI and he joined, and he was Homeland Security at the airport.
Air Marshal. He's in charge of the Air Marshal.
Yeah, last time I heard.
Maybe that's like a secret spy job.
Well, he was one of the guys that pushed for the Air Marshals. When they first started the Air Marshals after 9/11, they made everybody wear suits. And then so they'd stick out on the plane. So he was part of the team that lobbied, said, "Why are you wearing suits? We don't need to wear suits. We need to blend in." So you wear stuff like this. And now they wear casual clothes.
Yeah.
Air Marshals. And there's not an air marshal on every flight. He was telling me they're on flights that mainly go to the big cities like D.C. If you're a flight from Cincinnati, D.C., there's probably an air marshal on there. Somebody with a gun, sitting back in the cabin, waiting for somebody to make
Is
a
he
move.
still doing that?
He retired. Now he's a contractor for them doing something. I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or
But
his nephew is the FBI. He was. His niece married him, and he retired too.
yeah.
But he works at he was in security for Ashland Oil. They went out of business.
Yeah. Anyway, but there's a lot of counter espionage going on to protect our rights and our government and all. And it's
Well, it's a good thing.
it's needed because people are trying to overthrow us right now. People are trying to. People hate the United States. We stand for freedom
They
and
begrudge
democracy.
it. They are, they envy.
They envy it. They
They envy the
absolutely.
United States, so they'll do anything to.
Absolutely. We need all that counter espionage, and
You
that's
tell
that's
him, Nana.
Let's-
Yeah, Nana, you tell
I
him.
will.
that's
That's,
where
they want to destroy U.S. if they can.
yeah. Anyway,
But that's what I've learned. Ah, my belly hurts.
you watch. They'll come recruiting.
I want to see him try to spy on me.
They already
I'll get my shotgun.
go join QAnon or
I go
Po
get garbage
Boys
bags
or one of those
out.
other radical
New
organizations,
garbage
and
bag, I should
you won't know it. They'll be tracking your smartphone and all your emails and whatever you do. They'll
Well,
put
won't
a
be long.
But like they probably just already do that.
no. They can't do it without a reason to do it. They can't do it without a reason. And that's what Snowden's point was.
But like, can't that reason be like we just want to know who gets to check them? Who gets to allow that? Just somebody high up?
Okay, so Congress has established these rules of engagement. For the Congress. Congress sets the rules of engagement for our NSA. And so they said, don't spy on U.S. citizens unless you got a court order that this person is a threat to our democracy. So if you're a threat, because you belong to some right-wing organization, you're talking about.
But who decides who's a threat?
Well, they have rules. They said if you're there, if there's a.
Can I use this for garbage?
Yeah. I would recycle it, but.
Well, I can go out and get a plastic bag.
We'll take care of it. I mean, some of this chicken can get reused.
Yeah,
But they
and
have
you
rules.
touch
I mean, they
her.
have rules. You got to have like an imminent threat.
And
You got to be like part of a right-wing organization that wants to overthrow
French
the
fries, I don't think.
That,
No,
they have
she
rules.
never
They have
does, yeah.
Congress has established these rules, and that's what Snowden is saying. Is that they violated them.
What French fries does she like?
And,
You know she likes something.
McDonald's.
That was his big thing.
McDonald's. They're the ones I don't like. They're a little stringy.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Doesn't need to happen again.
Well,
But you won't know if it happens again until somebody like that does it.
well, I
Isn't that
personally,
terrible?
I see I think what their defense on that was, the NSA's defense is that
Yeah.
they had to scoop everybody's data to get the data they wanted, and then they really only analyzed the data they wanted. So, but they had to put
They had to collect all of
they
it.
had to collect it all to get
Clean this
on
up.
the
Jenny
bad
Carroll will
guys.
be
So,
coming.
but they swore, the NSA swore, because there were congressional hearings on this. The NSA swore they
You're so
didn't
full,
analyze
aren't you?
anybody that wasn't that
Well, they
deemed a
did,
bad
didn't they?
guy. So but they collected it. They just didn't do anything with it. So, but you know,
Fantastic.
I personally don't mind them collecting my data. That's why
Data's so expensive.
I don't.
You're throwing money out the window. You're hemorrhaging money, Donnie.
Put these French fries in
Well,
some.
nobody's gonna want 'em unless you want them.
No, I'm stuffed. I hate my sherry.
I'm
I hate to
gonna
see
take
them thrown away.
Pitch it.
All the French fries?
But I don't mind them collect. 'Cause I want to. I'm
Then
pro.
what do you want, honey?
I don't know what I want.
You don't like the coleslaw? I'll take it and put it in with the rest. Or leave it here for some
Yeah, you
time.
can throw all this in.
Whoa. That lid had a lid on it.
I'm pro government because I like the freedoms. Now, all you have to do is go study these other countries and see if you like those freedoms. Like
I do.
like in China, you can't Google. They control your web searches. We don't control anybody's web searches. You can't Google. You want to look up information like Tiananmen Square? You ever heard of that? That was, I think you were born. No, it was right before you were born. Tiananmen Square. There was a big uprising in China.
How to cut off somebody's internet in China? Just send them a text that says Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, it was an uprising. They killed some people. You know, they ran people over with tanks and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
And in China,
They shot off.
it didn't exist. It never existed. You can't search it. You can't. And Google's in a big lawsuit right now with about why are they letting China filter that. Is this Jimmy?
No.
Anyway, so.
Can
Yeah,
you, can you imagine Google going away?
Cop out there writing a ticket on a car, sell parts.
Well, they.
Sex with my dad.
Well, I mean, there are other search engines. I mean, we've had many search engines before Google. Google just does it better, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
I wonder how good it can go.
Well, that
They collect a ton of data too.
yeah.
You know, all the data that goes through
They're
there.
trying to break Google up. They're saying it's a monopoly now. You know that? You read about that? They're trying to break it up.
Oh,
You need to go work for them.
I agree with that. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's monopoly. I think they created.
I want.
I remember the world.
I'm huge on I can't say the word, but anonymity. The word's terrible. Just try to. It's impossible.
Anonymity.
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 I think you're adding like an extra
It's
like.
anonymity. It's not anonymous. Anonymity. You want anonymity? Is that what you want?
I think that's pretty cool. Not having to track everything. That's what Apple's trying to push for.
Anonymity.
Pretty pro consumer.
But I think it's pronounced anonymity. But no, they're trying to break Google up. There's actually congressional hearings right now on that, but I don't think it'll happen. I think because they own YouTube and they may split off YouTube or something like that. But No, I remember the world before Google. There was all kinds of search.
A
Alta
dark
Vista.
place.
No, I mean, there's Yahoo still has a search engine. MSN MSNs. I mean, they're still search engines. They're still like
Firefox.
they only have well, Firefox is a browser, but they. It's just that the thing with Google is that it's on everybody's phone.
Chrome.
It comes with the Apple. That's the big problem. It comes with the Apple, and that's what they're complaining about. And
I mean,
Apple
I
had
can't
to
see
pay.
myself.
Apple had to pay to put that on the phone. So
I don't believe that.
Whatever.
Apple had to pay?
Apple has to pay Google to put
This
that
is
on
where
the phone.
Sophie was sitting.
6 feet.
I don't believe that at all.
Did you get a deer?
I did not.
That's why we're eating chicken in there.
You're on there, but Jim,
Um,
maybe this is good.
I
Whatever.
didn't see it.
Alright, sounds great, Jimmy.
This is Sophie and I, and it's Lily's water, and it's Sophie's.
Thanks for dinner. Hey, Benjamin.
Hey, birthday girl.
Hi.
We're being recorded.
And I consent to being recorded.
Napkin on the table.
Say.
Carol, I'll get you a
Like the
fork
NSA.
if you want one.
But
What you want to drink? Cokes and water, Diet Coke and regular Coke and water.
But I,
Water.
Okay,
I'll take water too.
okay, I'll get it.
Might be able to go for round 2. I feel like colder chicken nuggets are not gonna be as good.
there you- round 2, you eat it all up. Look at this boy.
There's
eating it
extra
all.
bread left.
College
in there.
boy.
We already almost ate all of it.
College.
Yeah, there's only 3.
Pieces left?
There were 10.
Keep going.
That's me.
What?
That's awesome.
I bet.
Oliver
Well, that was
shot
awesome.
the deer himself.
Did it?
Anybody get a shot off other than him?
No.
Didn't see anything?
I didn't this trip.
Where did he shoot it? I couldn't tell.
He was in the rock.
Oh, okay, right. Where Lisa got hers.
4 and 2 years. Over there.
Is that where you got yours?
You think that was lying?
You think what?
Think they would tell them.
We kill them when as soon as they come through. That we kill them. So they can't genetically tell the offspring that hey, don't go down that path. After 300 million years, they might be able to. So he was by himself, or who was he with?
Him and Joey left at like 4 a.m. Friday morning.
Oh, they got it that morning. Okay, that's right. I think it's
And
somebody
I was 25 minutes away. I get the text. Oh, they got a deer. So we hadn't even pulled in yet.
I've been walking up.
Man.
Glad to see your daddy, weren't you?
driving. He got it with a deer
That's for
slug.
your daddy.
Okay.
He's got a 30
I left your
06.
glasses
Oh, he shot it
there.
with 30-06. Was it across the creek like Lisa's, or did they give any details on
It
it?
was right across the creek.
Same
Girls
spot
of
as
my
Lisa.
life and
Lisa's
then
was on this side of the
put
creek.
you are.
Oh, it crossed over. That's right. It crossed over and kind of turned around. She had the perfect shot.
Right there.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Who's standing and all that?
Hey, you're gonna-
You're cold.
Man,
Tyler
I've been
Skinner.
getting ice
You
water.
took it to him, or you
Got it
called him?
out.
That's
Well,
what it was.
I'd text him, see if he was working or not. He said, no, what's up? So I said, so-and-so's got a deer down. He said, I'll be right there.
Took it to Ray's.
No, we hung it in Emmanuel's shed.
Oh, okay. Out there by the
Next to
my
his
hay
cabin.
and all that.
And you want
Yeah.
to go water while I'm up? Ice water?
Hung it there overnight, or hung it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Bled out.
No
Okay.
animals got to it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
How's the
good.
horses, Jim?
Horses are good.
Did they
She
come
asks
to the
that
door?
every time.
No,
You think she just want to get on?
they were still there. She's been on one.
You're so silly, Nana.
But Joe,
No.
this is first time deer hunting. Joe Gilroy
Oh yeah.
was with me. And I took him up to,
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. I took him up to Tyler stand up behind the house.
He rode the 4-wheelers up to the top there. Has he ever driven the 4-wheeler?
I don't think he has.
It's just like a
He's
bike.
alive, so.
Well, we did some serious 4-wheeling today. Took him up there, stand. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, "I want you to sit up here." I didn't plan on staying. That's what I just wanted to show him the route in and out.
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, I'll stay." So he had his gun. There and stayed. Didn't say anything. He went back the next morning. And says, I had to pee. 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock I had to pee. So I waited about 8:30. I look around, don't see anything. I'm coming down the ladder. Get down about the last rung, and I'm stepping over, and lo and behold, there's a doe right next to me. Right? He could have
Did he bring the gun down?
put his legs over.
Can't kill a doe.
Oh my.
Oh.
So you look up, there's another one there. There was 3 deer there.
Almost stepped on it.
Oh,
Huh. I can pee off the stand.
that's what I said. Don't come down.
You're not supposed to shoot the does, are you?
Don't come down.
We couldn't have shut the dough anyway.
Well, they probably could anyway. I mean, it's a.
Well, the NSA's watching. We've been over this. They have trackers in the deer.
So there's a whole herd of little deer there, all
3 of
does.
them there.
3 little deers right by his deer stand.
Yeah. 2 of them were close, another one was far away.
He didn't realize that till he was climbing down. Was he gonna? Would he have shot them had he had his gun and all
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did he scurry away when?
They did. Once he
Okay.
started moving, he said he tried to be calm. I think he might have even had his gun with him.
I feel like if he didn't spot him
Once he
before,
flipped
like,
around.
how many deer did he miss?
Well, deer, you think you're going to hear a deer, but deer's going to walk up on you and
Oh yeah.
they just appear.
Especially if it's wet. That's why Larry taught us the deers are on the move when it's wet because the prey can't hear them. It's not crunchy. The leaves are wet. So after a rain, the deer stir. We learned that. Larry must have.
You don't say
read that.
deers, you say deer.
Yeah,
The-
Nana.
Get wrecked.
The deer move more when it's wet because the prey can't hear them. And
I didn't-
that's what Larry always told the kids.
You
The
should,
kids told me Larry told you that.
I didn't know
you
that.
should get some sneak boots or something.
Then
So-
we wanna
You guys went 4-wheeling today? All 4 of you?
plenty more chicken.
No,
think?
Joey left right away. Friday.
Oh, right after they kill it, they left?
Yeah.
What's his deal?
I forgot to ask him about the dog. Something going on with one of their dogs.
Got one, got some meat, we're gone. They packed up their meat and left?
I dropped it all to him on the way home.
Okay, so Tyler cut it
You
all
had
up.
to, you had to clean up for him?
Well, I think Tyler did all the cleaning.
Well, Oliver helped him skin it.
Oh, okay. Wow, he's
How
into
old is
that
Oliver?
thing.
Look,
He's in your grade. He's a sophomore?
he's 16.
That's good.
So he was asking questions and this and that. He
Didn't,
wants to do it.
didn't lose his gun?
He didn't.
Are they going to Aaron's Christmas?
So you and Joey went? Joe Gilbert.